Welcome back to Generation Cool TV. It's your main vein, Slobby Robbie. I am here with another top 10 list. This time we're coming in strong with the top 10 McDonald's Happy Meal toys of all time. All right, number 10, Michael Jordan's Fitness Fun 1991. This was right around the time of the first Dream Team, and McDonald's was pushing this fake fitness propaganda super hard. This was basically McDonald's trying to sell the concept of cardio to a 7-year-old. Number 9, the Minecraft Happy Meal Toys 2025. This is Gen Z's version of Lego, and they're already hanging from backpacks, they're already going on walls, and they're already getting bought up like hotcakes. I love the colors, I love the chunkiness of them. I love that it's basically a throwback to some of the older McDonald's stuff. Yeah, that's right, I'm a grown-up little kid. I like these. Fuck off. Y'all keep on saying I look like Jack Black and say that I dress like a toddler anyways. I figure I might as well start collecting these. Coming in at number 8, the real Ghostbusters 1986. These toys dropped during the peak of Ghostbusters mania. Bright colors, just like the cartoon. Actually felt like you were getting a real toy for free. I personally own the State Puffed Marshmallow Man figure right now in my collection. That's how cool these things are. In this case, the boxes were just as sick as the toys. All right, number 7, the Kerwin Frost McNugget Buddies from 2023. He had a bunch of characters that he remembered from the neighborhood where he grew up, and he turned them into McNugget Buddy characters. This one hit close to home because I was a fan of both. You know this is the homie. You know I went to the activation at Art Basel in 2023 and got the food. I got all the cardboards and all the accoutrements. I still have it all. And you know I got the clogs. Those are my versions of high heels. And number 6, the Fast Mac pullback race cars. This is the first Happy Meal toy I ever remember owning. And I know I had Hamburglar first. My first Happy Meal I ever opened in my life. I got that little Hamburglar, boom. I got Ronald second, boom. And those fools would race each other like, whiz! Mario Kart before Mario Kart. The best part about these is that they actually hauled ass. Number 5, the Halloween pails, the OGs from 1985. These things would straight up replace your trick-or-treat bags. And your mom would end up using them for like loose toys and like little trinkets from around the house a year later. Okay, so there was McBoo, McGoblin, and McPunk. Number 4, the Moon Man himself, Mac Tonight. Mac Tonight was a moon-faced piano man who sang lounge music about late-night burgers. These toys were sick. I love everything Mac Tonight. I have an extensive Mac Tonight collection personally. I mean, he was basically Ronald McDonald's cousin who liked to party. You know what I mean? That's like really what Mac Tonight was about. And I guess they were trying to increase their nighttime sales or their after dinner sales. I never quite understood Mac Tonight, but we love him. Mac Tonight pullback cars, Mac Tonight playing the piano, Mac Tonight pushing around in random sports cars. These ones though, the 88 PVC ones, where he's just striking a pose and chilling like the action figure, those are the best ones. Anytime you got a Happy Meals toy that felt like an action figure, that's a win. Because like a car or a plane or like a little play set or a puzzle, that's a ripoff. If you came home with an action figure toy, you have seized the day, my friend. Yes, there was a lawsuit where they were saying that they made Mac Tonight look too much like Bobby Darin as far as the suit and the sunglasses and everything, and they actually weren't even allowed to use Mac Tonight anymore at one point. Not to mention his whole persona is a ripoff of a famous like lounge song, Mac the Knife, anyways. So he was just a ripoff of a ripoff, but maybe that's why I liked him so much. Number 3, the Cactus Plant Flea Market adult Happy Meal toys. Feel like they sat around and said, you know what? Let's give a bunch of hipsters and art students existential dread real quick. And it worked. I love these. Like anything that combines the feeling of eating mushrooms and collecting toys together at the same time, I'm obviously a fan of. I love the childlike nature of them. I love how rudimentary they are. I wanted all of them right away. And I was going to sneaker conventions and vintage events, and people would just have the Cactus Plant Flea Market toys like already the whole set for like 100, 150 bucks. Cactus Plant Flea Market does dope collabs with Nike. They make really cool stuff in general, and this one did not disappoint. Number 2, the McNugget Buddies Halloween edition from 1993. These things are fire. The concept of McNugget Buddies is already super cool. The fact that they brought in the universal monsters and witches and goblins and all this stuff into the mix just made it even sicker. The heads popped off and you could switch around the outfits, and that was a big part of the flex. You know, it sounds insane. I talk about this all the time. I am obsessed with Halloween. I love the concept of like archetypes and classic characters and, you know, witch, skeleton, jack-o'-lantern, black cat, mummy, werewolf, vampire, monster, any concept that has worked its way into our fear and into Halloween sort of like culture, I'm just obsessed with. I collect all that stuff. You're combining two of my favorite things in the entire world, Halloween and McNugget Buddies. The original McNugget Buddies were already bangers. Highly collectible, very, very cool looking, and honestly, the engineering and the design on these things, top notch. Like Mr. Potato Head mixed with paper dolls, mixed with freaking monsters. Number one, McDonald's changeables. Fast food that turned into robots. Look, this is the greatest Happy Meal of all time, period. When they originally came out, they were dinosaurs, but the robot ones are even more popular. But I'll tell you, I sell the heck out of both. I have literally sold thousands of these. Every time I get them, we sell them out. I can't keep them on the shelf at the shop. They are the all-time most popular toy in the history of my store. We used to sell them for $2, then we sold them for $5, and now we sell them for $10. That'll tell you something. Took a box of fries, twisted it around, and bam, it was a goddamn Decepticon. Not an official collab with Hasbro or Transformers. McDonald's just went out and did these things on their own. There were 3 full waves, and each one of them got weirder. By the end, they were turning into pterodactyls. Peak toy design and engineering right here. I'm talking all-time most popular, not only in my store, when people ask me about toys. When I was on Pawn Stars and sold them a bunch of McDonald's stuff, the first thing they asked about were the transforming burgers and fries. The beauty of the changeable is that it sits on your shelf as either the robot or the burger. So it's like rotating art. I mean, everybody knows the burger, the fries, the Big Mac, the nuggets, but I mean, you start getting rare and you got the soda, the milkshake, the pancakes, dog. Without a doubt, changeables, best Happy Meal toy. Sorry, don't at me, don't comment, you're wrong. That's enough for me. That's my top 10 all-time best McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Hit the comments, tell me which ones you had, which ones you like, and which ones your cousin stole from you back in the day.